Can you see me? You can see me. Good. Glad you can see me. My last video got interrupted because somebody tried to video chat me, which typically I would love that. But this time it interrupted me, which is fine. Yeah, so the last tangent that I went on, I don't even know if I finished the original tangent that I was on. I don't even know what tangent I was on. I think I was trying to talk about the fact that I went to the gym with 2 bottles of conditioner and ended up bathing in conditioner with hot water, and that it didn't go well. Yeah, and that I was a little slick. That, I think, is what I was trying to discuss. Yes. So I did get that point out before going on a rant about soap and how you shouldn't shower that much and microbiome and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and I think I finished the tangent. But just to sum it up, people in North America shower way too much. Way too much. And I feel like we, in high school, I think it's high school, because teenagers are assholes. I really am trying not to swear, but teenagers are freaking mean to each other. Yeah, so they call each other, like, smelly pants and stuff, which is awful. And they make fun of each other for the dumbest stuff. So, like, I swear my idea of how often I need to bathe or whatever regimen that was adopted started in high school. Because kids probably I know they called me smelly something. They do that to each other. So, I mean, I guess it serves a purpose. I'm clean, but it doesn't serve a purpose if you're too clean and get zits. Because if your skin doesn't have enough oil, it creates too much, and that's how you get zits. That's one way. So, anyway, I was just trying to say that was it. That was literally it until I got interrupted. But yes, did you know that Dove soap, there are some Dove soaps that are not chemically considered soap? So there are 2 ingredients that qualify soap to be soap. One of them is some form of fat. I don't know why. That's disgusting. I can't really remember the second one, to be honest with you. But you can make soap out of the weirdest things, like ashes. You can literally, like, make a fire, get the ashes, put in some kind of fat stuff, and I can't remember what else, and make soap. They used to make it out of pig fat. Isn't that nasty? But that's what soap used to be made out of. Unfortunately, I know that. I don't know why I do. Well, it was from that book, but I mean, I don't know why I hold on to that information. To me, that's important. Can't remember people's faces or who they are, but I know that soap is made out of fat. So, Dove soap, I think it's the sensitive kind, isn't actually soap. Might as well just bathe in conditioner like I did, because you're not getting nothing off with that. Okay. Shampoo, yeah, it strips things right off. For example, I soundproofed my room. Well, I tried to at this one place that I lived at, and I attached soundproofing, like, foam board thingies to, doesn't matter, but originally I was using, like, these stickery things, and then I was like, well, what if I can get something more effective, like soundproof glue, because double soundproof, right? That was my thought. And so I got this soundproof goo. I ended up moving out of that place and wanting to take the soundproofing down so that I could bring it with me, because of course everywhere I go needs to be soundproof. I don't like noise at all. At all. Really makes me anxious. So I took it with me, and in the process of taking it down, I got myself covered in soundproof goo. I don't know anyone else that is magically talented like me, like in that department, but yeah, soundproof. I don't know if it's glue. I don't know what the stuff is actually called, but we're going to just call it soundproof glue for the sake of reference. And it never dries. It's a never drying thing. It even says it on the label. And I thought that was not true. It's true. It is true. The stuff doesn't actually ever really dry. I guess that's how they keep the sound out. Just keep it liquidy or gooey. I mean, sound doesn't really travel through goo. It doesn't matter. I could get on a tangent about that too, but I feel like we've gone on too many. So, yeah. So I get this soundproof glue on me. And it's sticky. It's very sticky. I don't actually know if there's anything else that is stickier than that. Probably. But I could not get this stuff off. I tried. I used hand soap. I used body wash. It was not during my conditioner shower, so don't worry about that. It wouldn't come off until I used shampoo. Shampoo works. So would dish soap, though, technically, if you really look into the... Doesn't matter. No one's looking into nothing. They just use soap because it says to on the label, and people move on with their day. That is how normal folks do things. Just saying. And in comparison, that is not how I do things. I look into everything, but I look into what makes up soap and what would be most effective. For my grade 8 science experiment, and I mean, like, this is just to show you how far back my brain has always been this way. Always. My grade 8 science experiment was about dish soap. Literally, I took a bunch of dish soaps and did a comparison by drying a bunch of stuff to spoons, and then it doesn't matter how I did it, but regardless, Palmolive was the most effective soap at the time. Yeah, it was. So, anyways, I've always been this way because I like to know if you're gonna do something like dishes, do it once. If there's anything in life, many things drive me crazy, but if there's anything in life that drives me nuts, it is how people load dishwashers. I've watched YouTube videos on how to load a dishwasher properly and effectively, and then I've looked it up. I should do a whole video on how to do that because no one seems to understand the concept. And I have asked people. Trust me, I have, because everybody's way of loading the dishwasher sucks. And so I asked them what their mentality is and where they put the dishes. And the answers are typically always the same unless they're neurodivergent, okay? But I think us neurodivergent people have something going for us. But the answers are the same. It is, I don't think about it. I just put the dishes in there. And I'm like, what? You do what? Why would you do it that way? But apparently that's... And I asked that question too. And they were like, because I don't care. And I'm like, don't you care if they come out dirty? And the answer to that would be, not really. If they're not clean, I will just do them again. I don't have time in my life to do things again.